This is session number 3 on combinations, exercise number 7. Okay, so from your worksheet, this is the first sub question. Okay, there are some small errors in the question, so we'll just rectify those first. N minus 1 CR is to NCR is to N plus 1 CR equal to 6 is to 9 is to 13. Okay. So this ratio is there and this some maybe some corrections are there that you can just do it. So we'll take two ratios at a time. N minus 1 CR is to NCR is equal to 6 is to 9. Fine. So N minus 1 CR can be written as use NCR formula. Now NCR formula is N factorial upon N minus 1 factorial into R factorial. This is 6 upon 9, which is 2 upon 3. And this is N minus 1 factorial. This minus this. So if you subtract N minus, this is the term. And just shift at R first and N1 later. 1 is a number into R factorial. Okay. So NCR formula I've used over here. Now, okay, so here it is N minus R, sorry. Okay, so N minus 1 factorial upon N minus R minus 1 factorial into R factorial. Take reciprocals, R factorial into N minus R factorial upon N factorial. Now some terms are getting cancelled. R factorial got cancelled, and we are left with 2 by 3 over here. Now we have to group two terms over here, N minus 1 and N. Now which is the bigger term over here? The bigger term is N, because if you put N as 10, N will be 10, N minus 1 will be 9. So reduce the bigger term to the smaller term. Okay. And here also, the bigger term is N minus R, because if you put N minus R as 10, N minus R minus 1 will be 9. So reduce N minus R. So those things I'll do on the next slide. So N minus 1 factorial will remain N minus 1 factorial, and N factorial will change to N into N minus 1 factorial. What I did is this I reduced. Okay. Now the next group, N minus R I will reduce by 1. So the first term of N minus R factorial is N minus R. N minus R minus 1 factorial upon N minus R minus 1 factorial. Okay. So some terms are getting cancelled. So we are left with N minus R upon N is equal to 2 by 3. So 3N minus 3R is equal to 2N. Therefore, N is equal to 3R. This is the first result. Okay. Now we'll take this ratio. We'll take this ratio, which is equal to 9 by 13. So NCR is to N plus 1 C R is equal to 9 is to 13. N factorial N minus R factorial into R factorial divided by N plus 1 factorial N plus 1 minus R factorial, okay, into R factorial equal to 9 upon 13. So N factorial N minus R factorial into this. I'll just write it as N minus R plus 1, okay, factorial into R factorial upon N plus 1 factorial equal to 9 by 13. So R factorial is gone. Now between N and N plus 1, this time N plus 1 is the bigger term. So I'll just reduce it. The first term of N plus 1 factorial is N plus 1. The previous term, N plus 1 minus 1. So 1 gets cancelled. So I'll stop at N factorial, okay, because I got my N over here. Okay. So into, now compare these two terms. The bigger term over here is n minus r plus 1. Because if n minus r is 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. So this will be 11 and this will be 10. So 11 is obviously the bigger term. So I'll reduce that. The first term of n minus r plus 1 is n minus r plus 1. The previous term, n minus r plus 1 minus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 is gone. I'll stop over here. I'll stop because we got over n minus r. 9 upon 13. Okay. So now what we will do is we'll cancel out n minus r factorial n minus r factorial n factorial n factorial. So n minus r plus 1 upon n plus 1. N minus r plus 1 upon n plus 1 is equal to 9 by 13. Okay. Now we also got one result. N is equal to 3r. So from equation number 1, we are going to put n as 3r. 3r minus r plus 1 upon 3r plus 1 is equal to 9 by 16. So if you solve this, you'll get the value of r as 4. Okay. So n is equal to 3r, 3 into 4, which is equal to 12. So the solution part, I leave it up to you. It's not that difficult. Okay. Let's go to question number 3, 12 sub question 3. 12 sub question 3. So given NC4, NC5, NC6 are in AP, right? So NC5 minus NC4, NC6 minus NC5. Okay, so twice NC5, this plus this is equal to NC4 plus NC6. Okay, twice NC5. Now 2 into n factorial, n minus r factorial into r factorial. Everywhere I'm going to apply the same formula. Okay, n factorial will get cancelled everywhere. It's the common term. Okay, right? Now see, between 5, 4 and 6, 4 is the smaller term. So we'll reduce 5 and 6 to 4. Okay. Now between n minus 5, n minus 4 and n minus 6. N minus 6 is the smallest term. Okay. If you put n as 10, you'll figure that out. That why n minus 6 is the smallest term. So what we will do is, we are going to reduce n minus 5 and n minus 4 to n minus 6. Okay. So first numbers and then n terms that I'm going to do. So 2 upon n minus 5 factorial is n minus 5 into n minus 6 factorial will be reduced by 1, and 5 is 5 into 4 factorial. Okay. We are reducing n minus 5 to n minus 6 and 5 to 4 to the smaller terms. Now n minus 4 factorial to n minus 6. So the first term of n minus 4 factorial is n minus 4. Okay. I'll just write this on the next line. Equal to n minus 4. Previous term is subtract 1 from this, so n minus 5. One more iteration I will consider because we have to reach to n minus 6. So this is n minus 4 factorial plus 1 upon, okay, 1 upon n minus 6. Okay, we don't have to reduce it, it is the smallest. And 6 we need to reduce to 5 to 4. So 6 into 5 into 4 factorial. Okay. Now see, we'll cancel few terms which are common from both the sides. So n minus 6 factorial, n minus 6. So this is gone. 4 factorial also gone. Okay. So we are left with 2 into 2 upon 5 into n minus 5, 1 upon n minus 4, n minus 5 plus 1 upon 30. Okay. So guys, now you need to solve this further by taking n terms together. Okay. Now take n minus 5 common. 1 upon n minus 5, 2 by 5, 1 upon n minus 4 is equal to 1 upon 30. Take LCM, 2n minus 8 minus 5 upon 5 into n minus 4, 1 upon 30, 5 on the 5, 6 up. So 2n minus 13, n minus 5, n minus 4 is equal to 1 by 30. Okay, you cross multiply, you solve, you'll get a quadratic. Okay, and next part of the problem you can do for self study, right? But then this is the method. Let's go to question number 12, sub question 4. 12 sub question 4. 3 into n plus 1 C3 equal to 7 into n C2. This is the given condition. So 3 into n plus 1 factorial upon n plus 1 minus 3. Plus 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 3 factorial. NCR formula I'm using. N minus r factorial, n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Okay. So n minus 2 factorial is gone. So n plus 1, I'll reduce it to n because n plus 1 is the bigger term. So 3, first term of n plus 1 factorial is n plus 1 into n factorial. Okay, and this 3 I'll reduce to 2. 3 into 2 factorial equal to 7 into n factorial, and this is 2 factorial. So we can cancel out some terms. Okay. So n plus 1 is equal to 7, therefore n is equal to 6.